Hello students, welcome to my class. In today's class, we will continue with the chapter Arithmetic Progressions of Class 10. So in my previous video, we have discussed the introduction, first term and the common difference of an AP. Today we are going to discuss questions in exercise 5.1. So the first question, in which of the following situations does the list of numbers involved make an AP and why? So the question is, here we are given some situations and we have to find out whether the numbers involved in the situation form an AP or not, and you have to write the reason also. Okay. So the first question, the taxi fare after each kilometer, when the fare is rupees 15 for the first kilometer and rupees 8 for each additional kilometer. So here you have to find out the taxi fare. So this list of numbers you have to check whether it is an AP or not. So what is given for the first kilometer, the taxi fare is rupees 15. So rupees 15 for first kilometer. Okay, first kilometer it is rupees 15, and for each additional kilometer rupees 8. So for the first kilometer rupees 15, and then what will be the taxi fare for the second kilometer? This 15 plus 8, that is rupees 23. And what is for the third kilometer? This 23 plus 8, that is rupees 31. So it will go like this. Okay, so here if you see, we have to check whether these numbers form an AP or not. So we have already discussed in the first introduction part what is the definition of an AP. So the list of numbers where the next term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the previous term except the first term. So here if you see each number, see here the next term is obtained by adding the fixed number 8 to the previous term. So here if you see, these numbers form an AP, and already you have studied in an example also, A2 minus A1 and A3 minus A2 and A4 minus A3. If these values are same, then we can say that the given list of numbers form an AP. So this also we can verify here. So here A1 is 15. So A2 minus A1. So we will calculate A2 minus A1, that is 23 minus 15 is nothing but 8. Similarly A3 minus A2, that is 31 minus 23 is also 8. So since these conditions are satisfied for these numbers, the given list of clearly, so we can write clearly the given list of numbers form an AP. So this is how you have to prove. Now we will see the next question. Now question number 2. The amount of air present in a cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. So this is the second question. So here what we have to find, the amount of air present in the cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air every time. So we have to find the amount of air in each time, that we have to check whether the numbers form an AP or not. So initially we will take, let V be the amount of air present in the cylinder initially. So this is the amount of air present in the cylinder. So the first time the amount of air in the cylinder is V. Okay, so if the vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air, so what will be the amount of air in the second time? that is V minus 1 by 4 of V. So we have to simplify this. So you will get 3 by 4V. So this is the amount of air present in the cylinder when the vacuum pump removes for the first time. Okay. Now third time, what is the amount of air present in the cylinder? That is, this is the air in the second time. So 3 by 4V minus 1 by 4 of 3 by 4V. So we have to simplify this. So what answer we will get? 3 by 4V minus 1 by 4 into 3 by 4, that is 3 by 16V. So we will simplify this. So 16 is the LCM. So 12V minus 3V, that is 9V by 16. So here we will get 9V by 16 is the amount of air present in the cylinder for the third time. Okay. So we got the numbers. Now we will see. So the number is V, 3 by 4V and 9V by 16. Okay. So these are the numbers. Now we have to check whether these numbers form an AP or not. So for that we have to check this condition. Okay, A2 minus A1, A3 minus A2 and A4 minus A3. If they are equal, then we can say that the numbers form an AP. So here we will calculate A2 minus A1 first. A2 minus A1. So what is A1, A2? So this is A1, A2 and A3. So we are going to calculate now A2 minus A1. That is 3 by 4V minus V. When you simplify 3V minus 4V by 4, that is minus 1 by 4V you will get. Again A3 minus A2, we will calculate A3 minus A2. A3 is 9V by 16 minus A2 is 3 by 4V. Again here also we will take 16 as LCM. So 9V minus 12V by 16, that is minus 3V by 16 is the answer. So here you see, since these two values, here we got A2 minus A1 not equal to A3 minus A2. So these two values are not equal. Therefore we can write the given list of numbers. Given list of numbers do not form an AP. So here this type of question you need to calculate only this condition. Okay. So if this condition is satisfied, then the numbers form an AP. Now we will see the third question. So question number 3. The cost of digging a well after every meter of digging, when it costs rupees 150 for the first meter and rises by rupees 50 for each subsequent meter. So this is the question. So for the first meter, the cost is rupees 150. Okay. So for 1 meter. So then the next meter onwards, it will increase by 50 rupees. So for the second meter, the amount will be 150 plus rises by rupees 100. That means it is increases by 50, that is 150 plus 50. So for second meter, that is 2 meter, the cost is rupees 200. And for 3 meter, it is rupees 250. Again 200 plus 50, so you will get 250. And for 4 meters, the amount is rupees 300. So it will go like this. Okay. So what are the numbers we got here? Rupees 150, 200, 250, 300, etc. Now we have to check whether these numbers form an AP or not. So I already told you have to check the condition. A2 minus A1 equal to A3 minus A2 is equal to A4 minus A3. So here we will check what is A2 minus A1. A2 is 2 200 minus 150, which is equal to rupees 50. Okay, 50. And similarly A3 minus A2. A3 minus A2 is 250 minus 200, that is equal to 50. Again A4 minus A3 is equal to, A4 minus A3 is equal to 300 minus 250 is equal to 50. So here clearly it is very clear that these numbers form an AP since A2. So the reason, how you have to write the reason, since A2 minus A1 is equal to A3 minus A2 is equal to A4 minus A3, these are equal, the given list of numbers form an AP. So this is how you have to do. Now fourth question, the amount of money in the account every year when 10,000 is deposited at compound interest at 8% per annum. So here we have to find the amount at the end of every year. So here the interest is compound interest only. So you know that what is the formula for finding the amount in compound interest. So A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 the whole power n. So this is the formula for finding the amount at the end of the year. So here R is the rate of interest and n is the year. So here at the end of first year, first we will see at the end of first year. So what is the amount? First year. So the amount at the end of the first year is P into 1 plus, P is nothing but 10,000. Here the principal is rupees 10,000. So 10,000 into 1 plus, here the interest is 8. So 8 by 100 into first year means 1. Now at the end of second year. So 10,000 into 1 plus 8 by 100 the whole square. So the year is 2 here. So this is the amount. So at the end of third year, 10,000 into 1 plus 8 by 100 the whole power 3. So it will go like this. So these are the amount. So you have to check whether these amounts form an AP or not. So 10,000 into 1 plus 8 by 100 comma 10,000 into 1 plus 8 by 100 the whole square comma 10,000 into 1 plus 8 by 100 the whole power 3 etc. So we have to check whether these numbers form an AP or not. So clearly you can just verify. Clearly this will not satisfy the condition. These numbers will not satisfy the condition. So we can write A2 minus A1 not equal to A3 minus A2. You can just simplify and check. Here in this case A2 minus A1 and A3 minus A2 are not equal. Therefore we can say that the given numbers do not form an AP. So this is how you have to verify whether the given list of numbers form an AP or not. Now we will move on to the second question. So question number 2, write first 4 terms of the AP when the first term A and the common difference D are given as follows. So here in second question we have 5 parts. Okay. So each question they have given the first term and the common difference. We have to find the first 4 terms of an AP. So you know that what is the general form of an AP. We have already studied in the first introduction part the general form of an AP. How will you write the general form of an AP if A and D are given? A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, etc. So this is the general form of an AP. So here in this question A and D values are given. You have to find the first 4 terms, that is only these up to A plus 3D you have to find out. Okay. So it's very simple question. See here we will write A is 10. So we can write what is the next term. So D is 10. That means the next each term is obtained by adding 10 to the previous term. So 10 plus 10 that is 20 is the second term. 20 plus 10 that is 30 is the third term. 30 plus 10 40 is the fourth term. So the first 4 terms of the AP are 10, 20, 30, 40. So similarly you have to do for the remaining question. So here the first term is minus 2 and common difference is 0. So first term we will write as minus 2. So the second term, how will you get the second term? Minus 2 plus 0. So what you will get? Minus 2 only. Again third term is minus 2 plus 0, that is minus 2, and fourth term is also minus 2. So for this AP, the first four terms are same, that is minus 2, since the common difference is 0. Okay, now the third question. First term is 4 and common difference is here minus 3. So how will you get the next term? So 4 plus minus 3, that is 4 minus 3. So what is the answer? 4 minus 3, 1. So here the common difference is negative, so you will get a decreasing AP. So the numbers will decrease. Okay, so this is the second term. Again second term plus minus 3. So 1 plus minus 3 is minus 2. So this is the third term. Then minus 2 plus minus 3, so minus 5. So these are the four terms of an AP for third question. Now we will see the fourth question. So here the first term is minus 1. So we will start with the first term, minus 1. Second term, how will you get the second term? First term plus common difference, that is minus 1 plus half. What is minus 1 plus half? Minus 1 by 2. Again minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. So why 1 by 2? Because common difference is 1 by 2 here. So what is its answer? 0. Again 0 plus 1 by 2. So the answer is 1 by 2. So these are the four terms of an AP, that is minus 1, minus 1 by 2, 0, 1 by 2. Now the fifth question, here A is minus 1.25. With this we have to add minus 0.25. So minus 1.25 plus minus 0.25. When you add, what answer you will get? Minus 1.5. So the second term is minus 1.5. How will you get the third term? Again with the 1.5 minus 1.5 you have to add minus 0.25. So what is the answer? Minus 1.75. Again with the minus 1.75 you have to add minus 0.25. So what is the answer? Minus 2. So the first four terms of the AP, of this AP, fifth question is minus 1.25, minus 1.5, minus 1.75 and minus 2. So today we have completed the first two questions of exercise 5.1. So the remaining question we will discuss in the next video. If you like my channel, you can share and subscribe. Your subscription, my motivation. Thank you students.